Welcome to the journey of training an AI in Street Fighter 2. In this project, we are using reinforcement learning to teach an agent how to fight. At the beginning, the AI doesn't know anything. It just tries random moves against all 8 main characters in the game. Right now, it's just pressing buttons, randomly throwing punches, kicks, and even jumping without any real purpose. It has no strategy, no plan, and definitely no wins. But don't worry, this is just the start of its learning process. As the training continues, the agent keeps trying different moves. It punches, jumps, and kicks, but it's still completely random. It doesn't know when to block, when to attack, or how to take advantage of openings. It looks like a beginner just pressing buttons, hoping something works. And as expected, it still doesn't win any fights. But that's normal. Reinforcement learning takes time. The agent is slowly collecting information about what works and what doesn't. Now, things are getting a little more interesting. The agent has learned to perform some special moves. You might see it doing Hadoukens and other cool attacks. However, it still has no real strategy. The moves are still happening at random, and it hasn't figured out how to use them effectively. So, while it looks a bit more impressive, it still doesn't win fights. But progress is progress. At this point, the agent is using a lot more special moves. You can see it throwing fireballs and other strong attacks much more often. But there's still a problem: it doesn't have a plan. It's not thinking ahead, not blocking when needed, and not trying to control the fight. The results: it still loses every match. It's getting better at pressing buttons, but not at actually fighting. Now, with around 50 million time steps of training, the agent is starting to last longer in fights. It doesn't just lose immediately, it survives a little longer. It still doesn't win, but it's clear that it's slowly learning. It's trying different moves and responding a little better to what the opponent does. However, it's still far from being a real fighter. But the progress is noticeable, and that's exciting. Finally, after a lot of training, the agent is actually winning some fights. It's not perfect, and it still struggles to get through the entire game, but now it can defeat some opponents. This is a huge milestone. The AI is no longer just pressing random buttons, it's really fighting. Of course, there's still a long way to go. One idea for the future is to use something called curriculum learning. This means we could train the AI step by step, starting with easier opponents and gradually making it harder. But that's something for another time. If you've enjoyed this journey of AI learning to fight, make sure to stick around for more updates. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.